In the quiet town of Vengerberg, a young girl named Yennefer lives within a cattleman's family, burdened with a crooked face and a hideous hump. Because of her disfigured appearance, the townspeople constantly ridicule her. One day, after being mocked again by a few local youths, Yennefer unintentionally opens a portal to the magical tower of Tor Lara in Aretuza, where she encounters a young sorcerer named Istred. The young man is alarmed. Magic always leaves traces, and mages can follow those traces to anyone who holds even the faintest spark of power. Realizing her potential, he decides to protect her and opens a safe portal that returns Yennefer home. Sometime later, a beautiful, wealthy woman arrives at the family's farm, intending to buy a pig. Yennefer's father tells her that he only sells pigs on market day, but then cynically offers to sell his daughter instead, seeing her as a curse upon his household. When the lady sees Yennefer, she agrees to buy her. Her father sells the girl for half the price of a pig, despite her mother's desperate pleas. Her mother recognizes the visitor as a witch. Yennefer resists, insisting she won't go, but her protest means nothing. Soon, Yennefer finds herself at the magical academy of the enchantress Tissaia de Vries, where many other girls are already learning the art of sorcery. At first, Yennefer struggles deeply with the separation from home and her father's cruel betrayal. At one point, she even attempts to take her own life, but the lady intervenes and saves her. When lessons begin, Yennefer realizes the young wizard had been right. Her uncontrolled burst of magic had indeed drawn the attention of Tissaia, the headmistress of the academy. The girls who train there all possess unique magical potential. Before long, Tissaia conducts their first trial. The students must lift a stone using only a spell, without physically touching it. One girl manages to raise her stone, but her hand burns in the process. Tissaia explains that for one thing to rise, another must fall. She instructs them to hold a flower in one hand. Its life will fade as the stone ascends. Most of the girls eventually succeed, but Yennefer cannot. She stubbornly tries again and again until Tissaia orders her to stop. Frustrated and ashamed, Yennefer flees. Later, she finds Istred in a cave, confides that the lady discovered her, and reveals her name to him. Some time passes. Tissaia begins training her students to perceive the greatest fear within another's heart. She pairs the girls and instructs them to stare into each other's eyes until they glimpse their partner's hidden dread. Yennefer's partner falters, and Yennefer claims the girl fears snakes. Tissaia doubts her, recalling her earlier failure with the levitation test, dismissing her as worthless. Even if she were beautiful, Tissaia tells her, no one would love her. Yennefer isn't the only one struggling, though. She finds comfort in Istred, her only friend who also shares the difficulty of his own studies. He offers to let her read his thoughts, and she succeeds. One stormy night, Tissaia wakes the girls and leads them to Tor Lara, the most powerful magical site on the continent, a place open only to the Brotherhood of Sorcerers. There, she announces their next challenge, mastering the flow of chaos by catching lightning in a bottle. The girls doubt such a feat is even possible. One student captures it easily, but others are struck by lightning despite their efforts. When Yennefer reaches out with her bottle, the force hurls her against the wall. Furious, she channels her magic at her rival, but Tissaia blocks her attack and reprimands her for nearly killing a fellow student. Emotion, she warns, is Yennefer's greatest weakness. Such instability could destroy her and those around her. Since she's meant to become a royal court sorceress, there's no place for weakness near a ruler. Tissaia begins doubting whether Yennefer has anything the conclave of mages might value. Frustrated, Yennefer seeks out Istred and tells him everything. The enchantress, she says, knows about them and has forbidden their meetings. Istred offers to reveal older, deeper forms of magic, though they are perilous. He shows her the skulls of dead elves who once built Aretuza, the first mages of the continent, creators of all magical sites. Humans had come later and slaughtered them. Istred gives her a flower that grows only where elder blood rests and chants a spell. When Yennefer repeats it, she opens a portal. Astonished, Istred can't understand how she managed it. Yennefer confesses that her real father was a half-elf who perished in the purges. His blood, she says, is what made her ugly. Istred kisses her and declares his love. Later, Yennefer presents the flower to Tissaia. It turns out this was her test. To acquire the plant using emotional deception, Yennefer hopes the success will earn her advancement. The enchantress assures her that soon she will hear the signal marking her time. Meanwhile, Istred reports his findings about Yennefer to his mentor, Stregobor. One night, Yennefer hears knocking at her neighbor's door. Taking the flower, she follows and witnesses Tissaia transforming 4 girls into eels. Tissaia notices her, orders her forward, and commands her to push the eels into the water. They will now serve as conduits of magic for Aretuza. Yennefer obeys, seeing countless glowing shapes of past students beneath the surface. Time passes, and Yennefer grows closer to Istredd, using her newfound powers to heighten their intimacy. One day, she conjures an audience of ghostly ancestors to watch them and applaud afterward, stunning Istredd with her imagination. As the day of the final ceremony nears, both anticipate their futures. Yennefer dreams of finishing her studies, returning to Aedirn as a powerful sorceress, and proving her worth to those who once scorned her, including her father. Before graduation, every student undergoes physical perfection, removing all flaws. Yennefer eagerly awaits her transformation. A master mage shows her his previous work, flawless, beautiful graduates, and promises her equal perfection, suggesting silver gray hair to symbolize strength and nobility. But Tissaia urges Yennefer to look within, to envision the most powerful woman she can imagine. Yennefer closes her eyes but cannot yet see that beauty. Meanwhile, the Council of Mages convenes to decide each graduate's placement. Every king desires a court sorcerer. During discussion, Stregobor exposes that Yennefer carries elven blood, marking her as impure. Prejudice against elves runs deep, and the council votes to assign her to Nilfgaard, a lesser southern kingdom. Enraged, Yennefer demands an audience, but Tissaia insists she handles all assignments. Yennefer is furious. She refuses to waste her life serving a minor monarch known for womanizing. Tissaia's reminder of her heritage reveals how Stregobor learned her secret. The initiation begins without her. Concerned, Istredd finds her writing a letter to her father, begging him to confirm her human lineage. Istredd doubts the letter will change anything, but she feels helpless. Even if he defended her, the others would never believe him now. Disheartened, Istredd admits he never knew why Stregobor wanted that information. Yennefer has already missed the initiation spells. He proposes they leave together. He's been offered a role as an explorer. They could travel the continent and uncover forgotten mysteries. But Yennefer mocks his dream cruelly. She has no desire to dig through ancient ruins. Those are his ambitions, not hers. As always, he never considers her desires. Shocked, Istredd realizes she's not the person he thought. He accuses her of bitterness over missing her chance at beauty. But Yennefer doesn't crave beauty. She craves power. She endured years at Aretuza for that alone. Driven by desperation, she storms into the Perfectionist Mage's chamber and demands transformation immediately. Not even the absence of pain-suppressing elixirs deters her. As the ritual begins, she requests that her eyes and scarred hands remain untouched, as reminders of her past weakness. The mage warns her that magic always demands a price. Once reborn, she'll lose her ability to bear children. Yennefer accepts the cost. The magician chants incantations. Yennefer screams as agony consumes her body. Chains snap under her strength. Her spine straightens, her skin melts and reforms. She reshapes into something new. Writhing in unbearable pain, she collapses unconscious. Meanwhile, the initiation ball continues in the Grand Hall of Aretuza. Suddenly, the doors open, revealing an extraordinarily beautiful woman with violet eyes. Yennefer reborn. Tissaia realizes she has defied her and rushes to intervene, but it's too late. The King of Aedirn notices Yennefer immediately and invites her to dance, expressing his wish to have her as his royal sorceress. Tissaia can only watch from afar as her pupil dances gracefully with the ruler, now admired and desired by all. Based on the book series by Andrzej Sapkowski, The Witcher delivers a fascinating, vivid story filled with magic, monsters, and steel. The atmosphere of enchantment and danger is brought to life masterfully. That's all for today. Please like and subscribe for more exciting videos like this. Thanks for watching.